Vice-Chancellor, sir, distinguished principal officers of the National Open University of Nigeria, the CEO, Electric Motor Vehicle Company of Nigeria, and his entourage. Vice-Chancellor, sir, 2 years ago, on the 19th September 2023, you signed an MOU with Auto Clinic Center. The MOU heralded into a proposal of 8 certificate courses. Out of the 8 certificate courses, 1 was chosen as being a certificate course of the future. That is certificate in electric vehicles and auto diagnostics. On the 4th of April 2025, we kickstarted the program with the flag off by the Honorable Minister of Transportation. And a keynote address during the first flag off was delivered by the distinguished Professor of Transportation, Professor Samuel Odewemi from the University of Lagos. And Professor Samuel Odewemi extolled the qualities of the program and assured us that we should kick ahead and be very resolute about it. 46 graduates were produced during the first set. During the second flag off, which was kicked off on the 7th November 2025, we went out again to look for a very good partner, this time around not from government angle or the academia. We went looking for somebody from the industry. And we got few proposals of about 5 distinguished Nigerians. However, one name keep ringing bell, and virtually everybody we met insisted that that person should be the one to deliver the keynote address. So we reached out to him with the support of the Auto Clinic Center, and he was quick to answer our call. And that person is Prince Mustafa Manu Audu, by your side wearing white. So he gave us the keynote address, and what amazed us was that he told us on that exact day he will be in Rio de Janeiro on his way to Belém. But he assured us that he would procure Wi-Fi to speak to us right from Rio de Janeiro on his way to Belém for the COP30 conference. But the first thing he did was to insist that he wants me to come and see what he's doing. He don't believe in talk. Then I said, okay, I will. Then I visited the EMVC. When I visited the EMVC, I was amazed by what I saw. So many young Nigerians, people up to the age of 11, 10, 15, were at the Abuja Technical College, coupling locally made materials and trying to deliver on a responsibility that has been bestowed on him by Nigerians. He took me around, showed me some of the latest electric vehicles in town, and he gave me a very thorough lecture. Coincidentally, when I went there, I saw a lot of young people. So at first instance, I said, what are these young people? What can they do? But everything I was proving wrong. And he took me around. I saw different kind of electric vehicles, which he has told me that he has brought some of them for inspection today. However, during that visit, he also donated a tricycle to the university. During the keynote address, he mentioned and donated a tricycle to the university. And he is here today, sir, to redeem his pledge of the donation. And he has also put up so many matters before me. Some of them I told him I don't have the jurisdiction over it. Mine is to indicate learners on how to acquire micro certificates to realize their potentials. However, I will reach out to my bosses and he will hear from them. And he keeps insisting that he wants to come and see my bosses. And today, by the grace of God, he is here. One of the striking things he has done was that we admitted a lady known as Deborah Joshua in the certificate program. She is very passionate about electric vehicle. So the first day they started, her question is, where will she get a place to go and train herself? And to the glory of God, sir, Prince Mustafa Manu Audu admitted her as part of his staff in the program. Deborah, are you here? Sir. Please stand up for Vice-Chancellor's recognition.
Good morning, sir.
Deborah is from Plateau State, and she is very passionate about the certificate course. And now her mind is at rest. She attends our online lectures, and she is a full-fledged staff of Prince Mustafa Manu Audu.
A few years ago, like Prof. Aminu said, we felt Open University is not just for the free. We felt that Open Universities could also be for what in the outside world they call VTech, vocational technology. But in our own place, we don't call it that way. We call it continuing lifelong learning. Yeah, because just like as you have these wonderful young guys, you can also have people, entrepreneurs who want to come to your place and also learn. So it's a place where we do continuing education, where people can acquire professional skills, vocational skills, and so it was the way we started, and we started with a number of programs and courses. And like he said, Auto Clinic was one of such that was brought to us. And the idea then was that we are not too certain that the federal government's ITC, the federal government used to have ITC centers, but they are dead. The federal government used to have IDCs as well, but they are dead. So the Open University was trying to see whether they can fill up that small gap. And because we are all over the country, we felt that it's something that we can provide a ground for young guys to continue to do this. And that's how we put a lot of attention in the center that Professor Aminu is managing. So you are really very welcome, and we want to thank you for trying to bring us into the loop. We are very happy, and we want to thank you, Prince Audu, for that. We are also particularly grateful that the donation that you have given us, that we will use of it. I'm told that we'll have some electric vehicles there.
Yes, sir.
So what will normally happen is that I think about 2 weeks ago, one of our staff, the man who just came here now, was actually telling me that the issue of electric vehicles is becoming something that Nigeria is thinking about. But the issue is we still don't know the legal implications, the way it's going to be managed, the charging points, and not enough literature within the Nigerian context to be able to say this is what it is all about. But with our relationship that we're having between the two of us, we can actually serve as a focal point for electric vehicles in Nigeria, at least at the technical level, at the vocational level, yes. Because very soon, major companies, Toyota, Honda, they will start bringing in such vehicles. And the dearth of people that will maintain them will be lacking. And so we see this as an inclusion that the university really will benefit from in the near future. So I really want to welcome you very well. Now, Mr. Fong, it's nice to have you in my university. And does he speak English?
A little.
A little, all right. Yes. Oh, all right. So I welcome you specially into Open University.
Thank you.
Welcome you to Open University, yes.
Thank you.
And we'll be very happy to collaborate with electric motor vehicle company so that we can get the best out of it and use our university, National Open University, as a point of relationship with future trainings in Nigeria. So we'll make a small noise about it. We'll make noise about it, yes, so that we can be able to exploit the relationship better.
Absolutely.
Yes. So I want to thank you very well for your gesture. Yes. So I think I will ask you now to also go ahead and tell us the full relationship, and then before we go downstairs.
First of all, I want to say a very good morning to you, to everyone here. We appreciate the opportunity for being here. We're here for a few reasons. first and foremost is to appreciate you as the Vice-Chancellor. I think that you've done a lot of amazing things over the years, and this is just another one of it. You are a professor of many firsts. Even in the Open University, we did a little bit of research on you, and things like on-demand examination was pioneered by you. You're the pioneer dean of the Faculty of Sciences. You're the first scholar to be promoted to professor at the Open University. So everything about you is first in the Open University, and we hope that this is another first of one of those great opportunities that you've created for many Nigerians. So first is to appreciate you. We also want to redeem our pledge of donating electric vehicles. We actually pledged to donate 2. We have 1 here, and we'll donate the second one within the next week or so, once the batteries for it arrives. Unfortunately, we don't do the batteries locally, so we have to wait for the batteries to arrive. But the first one is a tricycle, a cargo tricycle. And if you notice, a lot of our vehicles are named after local Nigerian titles. We try and bring the local content into what we do, especially with those vehicles that we put together locally. For us, electric vehicles is not just a passion. We understand that it is the future of transportation. It's the same way that cassette tapes were so popular, but the world has moved on long past cassette tapes. It's the same way the world will move along past petrol or combustion engine vehicles, including CNG. The world has decided that by 2030 there will be no more production of even CNG vehicles. 2035 for all combustion engine vehicles will end in another 10 years. It means that anybody that takes the lead today becomes the forefront of the technology. You had mentioned that there is a depth in a lack of skilled hands to be able to accommodate the amount of work that is yet to come. And by building capacity of young Nigerians, we're positioning these young Nigerians to be number one, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa, to be able to provide this technology. And Nigeria has always been fantastic at leapfrogging technology. So we believe that this is another opportunity to leapfrog technology. And if you look at everything involved, if you look at cost of procurement of the vehicles, for new vehicles, the electric vehicles are much cheaper. Cost of operations, they are much cheaper. I have a vehicle downstairs which I will show you. Per charge takes about 650 kilometers, and it cost me about 8,000 naira worth of electricity. If you compare that to petrol that is over 1,000 naira today, and you're buying less than 10 liters. Less than 10 liters will not take you into Asokoro and back here, and you'll be comfortable. So you can see that cost of running your OPEX, your operational expenditure, is much lower. If you look at maintenance, the same amount of times you maintain your phone is the same amount of time you most likely maintain a standard electric vehicle. And I know that very little of you go anywhere to maintain your phones except there's a damage, because there are very, very, very little parts. Any standard combustion engine vehicles has about 20,000 parts, whereas a normal electric vehicle has less than 1,000 parts. So there are very few things to maintain. In Nigeria today, if you buy a car, you and your mechanic have rights to the car. The car will spend as much time in the mechanic as it will with you. The mechanic will remove your functional parts, put fake parts, and you go back to buy your own parts from the mechanic. These are our realities that we face. Meanwhile, this technology would change the future, would change transportation. If you look at pollution and emissions, 70% of the emissions today in the African continent is from the transportation sector. In Nigeria, depends on what research you're looking at, between 40 to 60% of pollution, from the buses to the ships to every form of transportation, to even our trains that are locomotive, are all emitting heavy chemicals, especially methane, which stays in the environment for many, many, many years, destroying the ozone layer. So we know the constant effects of this. And if you look at electric vehicle, the cost of setting up a charging infrastructure is less than setting up a petrol station. With the sun, you have your source of energy there. The sun, Nigeria has fantastic solar radiation, especially here in the north. So you have a sustainable source of power already available at your disposal. So the cost of logistics of moving petrol or CNG from wherever it's produced in the south or offloaded in Lagos is no more existent. You've eliminated that cost. Your pollution, you've eliminated cost of pollution, because the cost of pollution also affects your health. It affects a number of things that you don't see up front. Then the added value, added bonus is that you're creating new technology, you're training new young people, you're preparing them for the future, you're creating skills that are not yet readily available. Therefore, you're making them desirable in the job market by the time the transport sector completely transforms. We have over 20 million combustion engine vehicles in Nigeria. That is 20 million cars that need to be replaced. If Nigeria is to meet its 2060 NDC, because Nigeria has pledged to go net neutral by 2060, if we are to achieve this, then we must take that step in the transport sector. And this is another opportunity for something unique, something that hasn't really been done before in any university at all, to create practical skills, to create hubs for sustainable transportation has not been done before. We hope that this partnership will enable us to set up charging stations in the 6 geopolitical zones in the Open University. We know that Open University has the largest reach in Nigeria with over 138 active centers. It means that these are locations where potentially you can train and produce Nigerians that are skilled in the technology that is ready for the future. So this relationship has an opportunity to transform not just the transport sector, because even some of our vehicles, our batteries that we use now, have built-in inverters. It means that you can take, in the rural areas, they can take their batteries into their house and plug their devices inside, and that's rural electrification. The vehicles themselves also target the agricultural sector. We know 14 million tons of food are wasted every year in Nigeria, making us the largest food wastage country in Africa. So this particular technology has the opportunity to tackle 3 critical sectors: rural electrification, transportation, and of course agriculture. These are critical sectors of any society. Any prosperous nation has to survive and succeed in these 3 critical sectors. And this opportunity, this partnership has the opportunity to create that, and gives us the opportunity to work hand in hand with yourselves, with the young Nigerians that are eager to learn skills, new skills that will help them survive in this new world. So we also, hopefully, Nigeria has just signed a new carbon framework for us to be able to get carbon credit. This is an opportunity for National Open University to be able to get tremendous amount of funding from carbon credit. By reduction of carbon emissions, you are able to claim up to $80 per metric ton. So even for using cars, maintaining cars, running cars, every combustion engine vehicle that is replaced with an electric vehicle, the mileage, the lifespan mileage is calculated, and you can collect that as funding of the carbon market. So there's a huge opportunity here. So we're looking for an opportunity where we work hand in hand in building infrastructure for maintaining electric vehicles. We would contribute financially. We'll also work hand in hand to seek financial opportunities to work with you. We will do the training part of it, practical training. We believe in a lot of practicality. So having the inventory that they can work on, build on, is very critical. So we believe by all these partnerships, and of course expand the certificate program that is already available, we see how we can add what they learn in class to what their hands can do, and the skills that they can generate from there to make it an officially world recognized certificate program, you know. So thank you very much.
I've just been told now that there is actually a bill that has passed the second reading at the National Assembly. So
Senator Joseph sponsors.
so what it means is that by the time it's fully passed, perhaps the time they want to do public hearing will also be part of the audience to provide information to the Nigerian populace. So if we can quicken it to give us the extent of demonstration during the public hearing before it becomes law, it will really be something that is worth the while, and will really make the bill, scale through as quickly as possible. So I think it's a very good thing that we have.
Thank you,
and
sir.
I'm glad that the DVC admin is the one that is going to mentor it to fruition with Professor Mini Roman. So thank you very much for what you've done.
And so it's our pleasure to give you this with the branded banners inside for you to be able to make
You normally present it.
Yes, Adamu will remove his cap.
It's owned by Vice-Chancellor, which is a guy who invested in batteries, and then from batteries we went into electric vehicles. So this is a hybrid vehicle. It with a full tank of petrol and a full charge will take you 1,100 kilometers for this pet charge.
From Lagos to
Absolutely. And then the thing about it is that if your electric charge finishes and it does have petrol, you don't have to actually plug it. The petrol will be charging the battery as well. So it's a plug-in, so you can, at home, you can sit down and plug it and charge it. Bernard, get the charger. Let me show them what the charger looks like. So now, you see, this is a mix between the two. Yes. So the electric is here. Yes, exactly. Combustion engine is here. This is one system of doing it. Some people don't do it like this. Depends on the company itself, So this is a hybrid system. In every electric vehicle, there are 4 major components. You have your controller, you have your inverter, you have your battery, and of course you have your electric motor. What is an electric motor? An electric motor is simply a motor that once you pass current through a magnetic field, it spins either forward or backwards. That's all. So your battery provides that current, converted by your inverter, and then your controller converts acceleration and deceleration. Very smooth, very silent.
Of course, it will be silent.
Yes, very silent. So a lot of people are more comfortable with a hybrid, knowing that worst case scenario, what happens. Yes, but it's a mental thing because you never really drive 1,000 something kilometers before either charging or refueling. Yeah. So, but people want to be comfortable about it. So you can maybe sit down inside. Very comfortable.
Bye-bye.
Yes, you can adjust the seat from the side.
Okay, so that if they want to stone you, they can stone me.
So you just step on the brake, you press this, and then you can move it to drive. Close the bonnet. Close the bonnet. Close the bonnet.
You want to drive it?
Yes.
Let me come.
It's on park.
Driving out, or they are coming forward?
Yes, it's on driving. It's driving. Bye-bye.